after the first panel, we didn't want to do the same thing over and over again, so...
Giant block rule!
Get out!
You know what? If we talk about it later, he can stay.
You can stay. So we want to kind of focus on different Transformers mediums. At subsequent years that we do panels. So this year we're going to be focusing obviously on comic books.
Oh my gosh.
Optimus Lantern and Megatron, who hopefully killed Superman, but of course.
Well, that little only dream. That little picture there was for a crossover of the Justice League and Transformers that got canceled because of the New 52.
I'm sure it's great. All right, so
It's actually not bad. For specific ones.
We're going to talk about comic books, obviously. We're going to talk about the Transformers in Japan a little bit. A lot of new and exciting Transformers stuff coming out, the movie, new toys. And then we're going to end it with some really weird Transformers toys that Tim and myself had found on the internet. So the original G1 comic in the US ran 80 issues. It was originally a 4-issue miniseries that was produced by Marvel. The UK version started off kind of mirroring that until a change in production schedules caused over 300 issues. Focused a lot on character development, not seen in the US version, whereas in the US version there was no focus on any of the movie Transformers, except for like a 1-issue kind of spotlight. The UK version built up, you can see it got Cup, Hot Rod, and Blur. RC and a lot of other characters do get a lot of focus in the issue because there are like 3 times as many issues. The history of Transformers comics, after Marvel stopped, Dreamwave took over in 2002, and during the Transformers lull, everybody look, Optimus is here.
You can't sit.
I'm getting his picture for
here, More Within, More Than Meets the Eye, which was kind of a biopic on our different technology.
Optimus loves to point, apparently.
More Within, which kind of focuses, we'll talk about a little later, that kind of focuses on the origin, pre-Earth, and then Armada, which kind of paralleled the show, which wasn't very great, just a little show. And if you want, that show stinks.
You actually got people mad this year. Last year you got
Last year,
booed.
people were not happy with me, but that's fine.
You don't like Armada!
Or Energon, or
Hey,
Cybertron.
you gotta start somewhere.
But when you're an adult, you realize that it stinks and you watch all the good stuff. So in 2004, unfortunately, Dreamwave tanked, and not so unfortunately, IDW swooped in and saved the day with comics like Spotlight, Evolution, you can see Hearts of Steel, which again we'll be talking about a little bit, and Regeneration 1, which actually picks up right after the original 80 issues of the US Transformers.
Yeah, it's 21 years after issue 80. And it's going
And
to
it starts at issue 81.
starts at issue 81 and will end at issue 100. It's not an ongoing series.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's really good. It's the focus on it is more like the 80s cartoon movie. So it's more violent, people will die and they don't care. And it's also written by Simon Furman, who wrote the last like 20 or so issues of the Marvel.
You know, he took over, Bob Yansky did the story for first 55 issues of the US version. Simon Furman stepped in after that and finished the series. And now he's doing Regeneration 1, and Simon Furman actually does a lot of other comics as well. He's been pivotal to the history of Transformers, at least in terms of comic books. Just to talk about the G1 comic, just for another minute or two, like I said, it did parallel the story a lot, the story of the cartoon in a lot of places, and by the end of it, it did change a little bit with new leaders of the Autobots, Grimlock and Bludgeon, and it ends with the coming of Unicron. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. And Bud Yansky, responsible for the storylines. He also did the work for the original cartoon as well. He was responsible for giving them life, giving them names, personalities that carry over today. And of course, Simon Furman. He comes back with Andrew Wildman and Stephen Baskerville, who worked on the UK version to do Generation 1 and lots of other comics. So, one topic in the Transformers comics that is pretty brutal is actually death. And we'll talk about that a little bit. Very violent. You can see that's Optimus Prime on the left there. Getting destroyed, and that's from Phil Lake, US number
He's not looking at it.
And then on the right side there, you got Red Alert, who got caught on fire and blasted to pieces. And that was from the G2 comic. I can't remember which issue.
Grimlock is very sad.
And Grimlock is just like, no, and that's it. And then up in the upper right-hand corner, I just really like that panel of Megatron ripping off Cycle. This is bad. So one issue in particular that kind of really stands out for Death and Transformers is US issue 50, Dark Star. It was the 50th issue anniversary. It is a double comic. And it focuses on Starscream getting the power of something called the Underbase, which holds knowledge and power from all over the universe. Basically, Starscream gets this power and effectively kills about 80% of the Transformers cast. So
Ouch.
kind of in that sense. A couple panels here you see, you got Megatron punching the Guardian of the Underbase.